Coach, Coach Norvell at Colorado State obviously has some familiarity with Coach Ward, has some familiarity with Dayon and Jay Lee. Have you kind of picked their brains a little bit to kind of know, hey, this is what he's going to run? I mean, Coach Ward spent the last 2 years trying to stop him in practice every day.
Yeah, and we have a couple of our, quality controls and graduate assistants that have been there too. So, and then we played against Coach Norvell twice at Wyoming, so very familiar with each other, right? And you try to get every advantage you can, but they're a great coaching staff. They're building a program over there just like we are, and we expect them to be ready to go, and they'll be pulling out all the punches trying to get a win.
Their offensive line has struggled a little bit, 16 sacks. How do you kind of dial up that edge pressure without, overcommitting to that?
Well, part of it is they played Michigan, it was pretty good. And I think Middle Tennessee had some really aggressive schemes, right, to come get them. And we got to try to make sure we're building that pressure with 4 guys and then picking and choosing our spots. But it's got to be something that's consistent. And anytime you bring pressure, though, they got some guys that can beat you over the top with explosive plays. So we have to have our 4-down rush being an advantage this week. And the earlier we can get pressure, the better, so we can affect the quarterback.
One thing I think you mentioned is getting a little more vertical in the offense. Is this kind of maybe an opportunity you see to kind of stretch the field a little bit and get Cam downfield to Strib, to Donovan, to maybe more of the outside receivers?
Absolutely. I mean, it's just something that's got to be part of what we do. There's a lot of positive things that can happen when you stretch it down the field, right? So we're going to find unique ways to try to do that, and you got to take those shots. You got to loosen up the defense. So I think that's kind of our plan every week. We just haven't gotten to much of it, and we need to get down the field, and Donnie and Strib and Leighton got to go make some plays.
You talked a little bit about, I think you just mentioned the offensive line. They've been solid so far, maybe firm up the pocket a little bit. Could you just kind of offer a kind of overall assessment of the group through 2 weeks?
Well, I've been just really pleased. I think Kingston has really set the tone, and by switching positions and being able to play at a high level has been a really positive thing. Make still, as you look at it, is in about week 3 of fall camp, missing really the whole thing, so we need to continue to have him grow some progress in there, and we just need to be firmer on the inside. And, we're going to get a lot of different blitz packages this week. They do a lot of the same things we do on 3rd down, and, we just mis-ID'd a couple things last week, and I think we can move, some people in the run game. If people are going to put 5 in the box, we have to be able to run the ball at a 5+ clip. And sometimes we're doing it, sometimes we're not. So there's some positive steps, but there's a lot of room for growth.
And kind of on the vertical passing game, has that kind of been a product of everybody still settling in a little bit and just trying to kind of get their feet under them, so maybe not as many deep shots downfield?
Yes and no. I mean, it's got to be part of who we are, and we just got to make sure we're going out and doing it and trusting that we can go make those plays. And I've seen those guys make those plays, right? So we're gonna get after it this week and find ways to do it, but we got to play within ourselves, and then we got to pick and choose our spots, to make sure we're not behind the chains.
With the Norvell and Mum, and being the son of Hal Mum, and
yeah.
I don't know, how much you watched like the Leach offense or anything, but is there a comparisons you can make, or are they pretty similar?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's air raid pass game. It's stuff that we see in practice each and every day, but they're using the tight end quite a bit, but they're using the tight end and getting a lot of 10 personnel sets, and then now they got the Y in the core, and they're doing a lot of different things to create some run game as well and some play action pass game. So it's a little different, right? It's a modernized version of it, and they do it their own way, but they're going to push the ball down the field. You watched Nevada last year, explosive plays everywhere, and like I said, 14 can play anywhere in the country. That's how explosive he is. So we got to make sure we're controlling the vertical pass game and making them earn their way down the field.
Langford, Lee, and Trey Brown, how are they looking?
Yeah, all game time decisions. So we're hoping that we can get them back out there, and they're pressing hard to get to that point.
Rob Farrell have a chance to go this week?
Rob will also be in the same boat. I think he's been limited the first couple days here of this week, but just seeing how he reacts to everything with his foot. So there's definitely a chance to see Robbie out there.
In the last few days of practice, how have you seen the team respond after an emotional win, a big win there? You see teams from time to time sort of have that hangover. How have you seen them respond?
Well, I think the first part is the scout teams had fun today. If you're at practice, I mean, they were pushing it. They were having fun, which challenges our guys. We did a little bit more good on good compete today than we normally would just to get those fires burning. But like I said, we flushed it on Monday, and it's a new week and it's a new challenge. So our guys are ready to attack the week. You know, it's a Colorado State team that's hungry to get a win at our place. You know, we're expecting a great environment, and we're ready to attack this mission to be 1-0. So I thought our guys have responded the first 2 days of this week's practices really hard.